Welcome to the course Mastering React Native Development. My name is Matthew Benjamin, and I'll be your instructor throughout the lessons. I recently switched coasts and moved to San Francisco from New York City, where I had been living and working for a little over 3 years. Currently, I work for Rakuten as a software engineer. My experience with React and React Native spans the course of my 3 years in New York City, where I started as a web developer and ultimately became a mobile developer. Let's review what you'll be learning in this course. To kick off the course, you'll be learning the ever-important skill of state management by implementing Redux in the section titled Installing and Implementing Redux. Redux is a predictable state container for JavaScript apps, or, in other words, it helps you manage the data you display and how you respond to user actions. To learn how to implement Redux in the app, we'll set up the Facebook SDK and mimic the user login flow through Facebook. In the next section, Section 2, Third-Party API Integration, we'll utilize the Redux store and flow built in Section 1, Installing and Implementing Redux, and the Pixabay API to recreate Instagram's feed. Pixabay is a website where users can upload and manage stock photos free. We'll review concepts of navigation and pagination in this Section 2. Section 3 is all about making our app faster and more efficient, which is why it's titled Optimizing Redux. That Redux is the backbone of our app. Let's make it stronger and better. By adding in concepts like normalization, immutability handling, and memoization, the app will run more performantly and our codebase will be easier to read. In Section 4, Advanced Animations, we'll be covering exactly that. Using built-in React Native methods, we'll be recreating Tinder-like swipe cards with a little extra flair. We'll start slow by only doing one card at a time, but eventually work our way up to a full deck of cards that's similar to the list in Section 2, Third-Party API Integrations, uses pagination. On top of the swipe deck, we'll also be covering the React navigation transitions that are built into the package. Section 5, Remote and Local Push Notifications, covers how React Native apps handle push notifications. Push notifications are ever important to keep customers engaged and to fully utilize the power of mobile apps. Through Google's Firebase platform, we'll be able to send both remote and local push notifications to users. We'll also be able to pass data to the app through push notifications. I'm really looking forward to this section. Section 6, Make Your App Live. We'll be reviewing how to publish an app to both the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Both of these stores contain their own sets of quirks and hiccups, and we'll cover some of those here. Finally, in the last section, Section 7, Tips and Troubleshooting, we'll be covering 4 very important topics that can make or break your React Native mobile app. They are memory leaks, deep linking, production bug handling, and upgrading React Native. Each of these topics are important to keep React Native apps working optimally. There are only a couple of prerequisites for this course. Most importantly, you should have past experience with developing React Native mobile apps. I will not be covering the basics of UI components or linking third-party libraries. On top of an understanding of React Native, you should have a fairly strong JavaScript background, whether it's vanilla JS or in a JavaScript framework. Lastly, it would be helpful to understand the React component lifecycle, as I'll be mentioning the functions a lot, but won't be covering why I put them there. Alright, now that we've covered what we'll be learning and what you need to know beforehand, let's go and have some fun making a really cool React Native mobile app.